Well, a very good morning and welcome along to live football actions. This is the penultimate game of the fourth season of the Reliance Foundation Development League 2024-25, and it's the third place playoff between Jamshedpur Football Club and FC Goa. Well, both teams would have been hoping that they would have played the final, but those losses in the semi-final mean that they have one last opportunity to get on the podium place here. And both teams have had fantastic campaigns going through this season, but it all ends here for both these teams here with an opportunity to finish third. Now, this is me, Suraj, who's your commentator for this evening, alongside Janed, and we have all the makings of a quality game of football. Well, these two teams have already faced up against each other in the national group stages, so they'd have a fair idea as to how each other line up here, with plenty of changes being made by both coaches. As we'll bring you the team news very shortly, the stage is set here at the Reliance Corporate Park for a cracking game here between Jamshedpur Football Club and FC Goa.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जनगण मंगलदायक जय है भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय है जय है जय है, जय 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 है।
Park here in Navi Mumbai. We have all the makings of a quality game here between Jamshedpur Football Club and FC Goa. As the pre-match handshakes all takes place, it's going to be a 90-minute battle here to decide which one of these teams are going to finish on the podium in third place in the Reliance Foundation Development League National Championships 2024-25. Well, the officials today, referee Vishal with his two assistants, Vinod Rai and Abhilash Sulesh, with the fourth official today, Rohan Das Gupta. We'll be keeping a close eye on proceedings on the sidelines, as we will very shortly see the two skippers out there in the middle for the toss. Well, this officiating throughout the tournament has been first class, keeping the game flowing, making sure that the law has been laid down early. And we've seen some great games, haven't we, throughout. Number 33, this game here is the two skippers out there in the middle. Number 8 for FC Goa, Prachit Gaonkar. And number 68, Riyata Changtu for Jamshedpur Football Club. The two skippers will be in that midfield battle, and we might just see captain versus captain during the game. And it has all the makings here. Brilliant scenes, wonderful settings, as these two teams have worked so hard to reach the Final Four. And now will be looking to finish in the third place, courtesy of those heavy defeats for them in the semi-finals. But this is the final opportunity to get things right. Well, for Jamshedpur Football Club, coach Kaizad Ambapar has got Mohammad Annan in goal with a back four of Ronaldo Singh, Kartik Chaudhary, Seetal Singh, and Samuel Monsang. Midfield pairing of Palujam and Rishito with a forward line of Remsen Singh, Riyata Chongto, Bivan Laskar, and Amzad Khan dropped into the starting 11. Plenty of options for coach Kaizad to make his way and affect the game with substitutes on the bench with the likes of Ryan, Shomik Das, Yamopar Murthy, Satyajit Das, Rita Brata Sarkar. So there's enough opportunities, if needed, for Coach Kaiser to affect the game from the bench. For FC Goa, Coach Israel Gurung has rung in the changes with Lena Rimi in goal, Shamik as the left back, Malik Jan Sitra and Akar Singh keep their places. Midfield three of Prachit Gaonkar, Wellington Fernandez and Bryson Pereira, providing all the tools for the forward players of Serge Gaonkar, Gogocha and Lemet Tangwa, who gets the nod over Lixon Rebello. Well, we're all but set here for the 8 a.m. kickoff at the Reliance Corporate Park. Referee has one final look at the watch, and it's FC Goa in their all-maroon kit who kick things off from right to left. Looking to make that statement, make an early impact, and having played each other in the national group stages, they have a good idea as to how both teams do function here. And FC Goa had put in a 4-star performance and really was a must-win game. They did pull out all the stops against the very impressive Jamshedpur Football Club, who started off their campaign in brilliant style. 3 wins out of 3, and then the teetering just started with that 4-0 loss to FC Goa. Nice pass into midfield here as the two centre halves just pushing up the pitch here. You can see the pitch heavily watered. The ball just getting caught up here. It's a real miss up there, and Seetal Singh does just enough. Comes across and makes the challenge. Yes, Palujam. Very, very impressive midfielder. Palujam and Rishitoy in that midfield pivot. See Morangton on the bench today. He's been one of the key players. That's a brilliant run there by Bivan Laskar. On the right-hand side, feeds it to Amzad Khan. First time ball into the box. Well defended. That stooping header finds its way back. Still managed to just about get that away. Jamshedpur Football Club looking for that quick movement here. Rishitoy, lovely turn here. He can look for the through pass, decides against it. Number of FC Goa players in the box as the ball comes across. And Remy with a comfortable grab there, but it's Jamshedpur Football Club who started off the brightest here, really making an early impact, pushing through.
And quite a few changes on both the sides. Jamshedpur FC have got Amjad and Rashidoi in the starting 11. Marjit Singh and Lal Sanzwala go out. For Goa, they've made as many as 5 changes for this game. Lamit, Gugocha, Shamik in the back line, Bryson, Wellington Fernandez coming in, and out goes Ismail, Malsum Lonza, Mervin, Lalting Liana, and Lixon Rebello. Lixon had a chance early on in the semi-final. In the first half itself, couldn't quite get the header on target, and from then on it was just one-sided game. Classic Football Academy with an absolute class to themselves, getting on the right side of results. They've got all to play for in this third place playoff. Who's it going to be? We'll get the answer in about 90 minutes from now. Here's Pivan Jyoti Laskar, who's in top-notch form right throughout the campaign, trying to make those early inroads. FC Goa on the ball. Decides to go all the way back to the keeper. It's been a brisk start to this game, Suraj.
Yeah, both teams looking to get on the front foot as quickly as possible here. Wellington Fernandez, who missed out in the semi-finals, and what a miss that was for FC Goa. He's a real driving presence in the middle of the park. But now in that midfield area, looking to make his impact here. Again, both teams trying to get at each other very quickly. Jamshedpur Football Club popping the ball around very swiftly here. Yes, Seetal Singh.
Got a pretty solid back four in Sairam, Seetal Singh, Kartik Chaudhary, and Samuel and Ronaldo Singh. Worked tirelessly right throughout the campaign and were up against two of the best, arguably the best sides in the semi-finals. It wasn't their day to be. And again, a long ball pushed forward. The idea is right to try and get those maroon shirts on the ball straight away.
Haven't really been at their fluent best so far here, FC Goa, but we know how quickly they do like to break a changed front line here from coach Israel Gurung, seeing the likes of Sesh Gogocha and Lemet. As you mentioned there, Junaid, Lixon Rebello had a brilliant chance after Mohamed Ismail found a peach of a cross that could have really turned the game around. If that goal had gone in, might have been looking at a different game, but that's how impressive Classic Football Academy were in that 3-0 win for them, which find themselves in the final against Mohan Bagan Super Giants. And that 6 p.m. kickoff today, with all eyes will be on it in the final game of the Reliance Foundation Development League 2024-25. The games have come thick and fast, and it's been entertainment after entertainment.
That's right. It started all the way back in November 25. There's been games of left, right, and centre. As many as 54 teams across 9 regions. We are down to the final day with the penultimate game underway between Jamshedpur FC and FC Goa. As the Red Miners up against the Goas. Who's going to take this one?
Throw and taken on the right-hand side he goes. A bit of space opening up here. Might look to put this first time. Again, a number of white shirts immediately hounding the ball there. First time really that FC Goa just looking to pin back Jamshedpur Football Club. 5 minutes on the clock here. Looking for their first real shot. That's a lovely take there by Gogocha. Trying to just shift there, but well defended. Jamshedpur Football Club can clear.
Again, pinned in that corner. And trying to get it out of that clutter. And gets themselves a throw in. It's going to be a quick one. Decides to go back. FC Goa has got some room to operate and swiftly shifted towards the other side. Again, on the ball, plays it straight down the line, gets dispossessed. And again, gets it comfortably back into the shape. Jamshedpur FC have been relentless with their movement up the pitch right throughout, right since the very start.
Nice movement. Again, it's a crunching challenge there. Cushion pass. You can see Prachit and Wellington trying to just dictate from that center of the park, but they have absolutely no time on the ball here. Coach Kaizad has clearly instructed his players of the Jamshedpur Football Club to go out there and apply the full press and make sure that they get the early initiatives on the right-hand side. It's a decent ball here. Lemet peeling down the right-hand side. Options in the box. Bryson has made his run. It's a good 1-2 here. Might look to clip the ball in. It's a very good challenge there on the slide there from Ronaldo Singh. And we have the game's first corner here, Junaid.
That's right. And good intensity being shown. Didn't start the game as swiftly as they would have liked, but they've grown into it bit by bit. And still early days, 7 minutes into the first half. And the first one going FC Goa's way. They'll have to try and get this into those dangerous areas, dangerous territories. Try and take the advantage early on. Put some pressure on that back line and on Mohammad Adnan, who's been pretty good. Lofted towards the edge of the box. Again, unchallenged, nobody there. There's Jamshedpur again. Looks up for options. Decides to go down the line. Pretty swift with the counter. Plays in an early ball. Well read, well intercepted. They get the possession back here, FC Goa.
Brilliant. And that was Gogocha working tirelessly back there to make sure he got the interception, and he got that absolutely spot on here. Good work again, looking to pinch that ball. FC Goa not really able to settle early on here, but this is much better phase here. Down the left-hand side is Saish. Plays that into midfield to Bryson Pereira. Here's Pratchett, who picks his head up and switches a beautiful pass down the right-hand side. Immaculate control. He's got runners for him, and he feeds it onto the right-hand side. Wellington Fernandez with the ball in. I think the last touch might have come off him, though. And it's out for a goal kick here. FC Goa finally really getting things moving here. Looking to just threaten the back line with a little more expansive passes. The back line of Jamshedpur Football Club hold firm.
That's right. And again, that right flank has been their best route of operation so far in the first 7-8 minutes here. Getting their foothold into the contest now. Here's a Prachit. Direct pass forward. Has got options in front. Gets it inside the box and decides to go himself. That was easy as you like for Adnan. Switches off pretty well. Here's Amzad on the ball. And squares it up with a lateral ball right in the center of the park. Gets dispossessed. Outnumbered on that occasion. The ball still finds FC Goa right in the middle of the park. Here's Wellington Fernandez. Goes with outside of his right boot and continues with his run further forward. Gets it inside again and gets the clearance wide towards the right. And that's going to be a throw-in now for FC Goa. The pressure keeps mounting on that back line here, Suraj.
Excellent defending, though. The way that they're defending the box, they know that they can afford the spaces out wide because of their power in the middle of the park there with Kartik Chaudhary and Seetal Singh as the two centre halves. But Coach Kaizad will be making sure that his team try to cut down the supply line here. Again, you can see Wellington Fernandez battling down the right-hand side. He's done brilliantly there to keep the ball. Just trying to poke that forward. Don't think he'll get the corner, though. Just be a throw-in, just about managing. But FC Goa have really got a foothold in this game here, camped inside the opposition half. But they look for the counter attack here. They should be able to get the ball. And will that game that they played in the national group stage just play on their mind here? But it's a fresh game, fresh implications here. So into the 10th minute, and FC Goa now popping the ball with real confidence down the right-hand side here, looking for options. Kept the ball nicely here. Can't find Wellington Fernandez. And that should go out for a goal kick.
Had to win 3 games in a row to stay in the hunt. And that's exactly what they did. Defeated East Bengal FC. And then in the big match against Jamshedpur, who were on top of the table, undefeated, sent 4 past them. And in the last game, scoring 2 against Kickstart FC to make their way through to the national championship round. And again, on the day, looking pretty firm, pretty confident. Again, a cross-switch pass towards the right side to find Amjad. Gets a good hold of it. And again, goes backwards.
Mohammad Adnan just surveying options. They're still trying to keep this shot, but FC Goa really applying the press here. Jamshedpur Football Club looking to play around it. On the right-hand side is Samuel Monsang, looking to just clip the pass, but it's easily defended. Again, real midfield battle here. Rishitoy looking for options. Feeds it onto the left-hand side. Now looking to venture forward here. Good one-touch passing. They've pinched the ball up. Here's Gogocha. Now looking to pick his head up and look for options. Number of white shirts flooding back immediately. Can't get the touch there, Lemmet. Should be able to clear that, and Mohammad Adnan should sweep up.
And again, trying to play out from the back. Has been trying that right since the kickoff. Mohammad Adnan, they haven't relied on those long balls. Again, cutting those passing options. Or FC Goa haven't allowed him to come off the blocks here. He's been forced to go all the way back towards Adnan. Seetal Singh, and this time takes the aerial route and finds a teammate who gets dispossessed. Have got numbers in the final third. Here's Prachit, shifts it towards the left, goes for the left, and here's Sayesh, goes down on the ground. Again, outnumbered. They've got quantitative advantage right in the middle of the park. Can they try and turn over pretty swiftly? They've got a tidal wave of white shirts making their move forward. They've got options towards left and right and centre. And again, FC Goa is going down on the ground, and looks like that's going to be a free kick, perhaps. That was a brisk counter, Suraj.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at the number. It was almost 4-on-4 here. Citra Carvalho just sticks his foot out. It looked like a clean challenge, but right in front of the referee. Seems that he's got the decision in his favour. Very brave defending there from Citroy, making sure that he didn't backpedal and invite the challenge. Wanted to be on the front foot there. He gets the free kick. But that's how quickly Jamshedpur Football Club can break, and they do commit bodies forward. FC Goa, on that occasion, just finding themselves short, but that was a brilliant turn there from Bivan Laskar to bring that attack into the forward areas. You see, just trying to feed the ball forward to the attackers as quickly as possible. Jamshedpur Football Club have shut the door every time so far.
That's right. Bivan Laskar is one to watch out for. And scored 5 in the national group stage. Scored in the semi-final as well in the first quarter. Has made a habit of scoring early on in the games. Can he try and be that man once again? Here's Jamshedpur trying to settle things down. And again, swift passing towards the back line. Here's Seetal Singh. Again finds Adnan. We'll have to restart all over again.
They won't mind doing this whatsoever. They're very comfortable playing out the back. Just invite the press and play around him, but passes like that will not help. FC Goa have been very much on it in the challenges, making sure that Jamshedpur Football Club aren't getting that passing rhythm going. All it takes is a quick break, like we saw in the previous attack as Samuel throws the ball, and it's been immediately closed down here. Lemmet looking to just run down the channel. He's got Seetal Singh for company on that left-hand side, trying to create a bit of separation there. Solid challenge as he does very well to hold off the challenger, Lemmet, and then that's just enough there. Excellent work. Helping out defensively was Amjad Khan. Then finds the center of the park here, and they should be able to clear their lines.
Again, on that occasion, FC Goa Trying a different route. Trying from the left flank. Try and put the fullback under pressure. Limit getting into the act. Again, this one run down towards out of the play for another throw in.
It's very good to see Coach Israel Gurung trusting his backup front three here on the big occasion here, trusting them as the ball comes into the box here. There's a chance there, and it's found the bottom corner. It's Sash Gaonkar who opens the scoring in the third place playoff. And FC Goa have been threatening down the right-hand side plenty of times. And this time the switch works. And it's a beautifully controlled finish by Saish right into the corner, beating Mohammad Adnan. And we have the first goal, Junaid.
Oh, that was brilliant. They've been knocking on the door on a consistent basis from that right channel. It opened up nicely and right in front of the target. Was sweetly struck. A grounder right in between the line between the defense towards the right of the goalkeeper Adnan, who could dive but could get nothing behind that. 1-0 FC Goa.
Outstanding finish there. First time finish as well. He knew the challenge was approaching, so he didn't have time to really think. But boy, oh boy, did he place it perfectly past Mohammad Adnan's despairing dive. And into the 15th minute, this game has suddenly just exploded into life. That's exactly what Coach Israel Gurung would have wanted from his team. A bright and early start, put the pressure on Jamshedpur Football Club and get the first goal here. Now that's second goal for either team here. Next goal in the match, really, Junaid. It's going to be very crucial, even though it's the early stages.
Well, that's right, and it's going to be this is another chance now for FC Goa, and just in the nick of time, Adnan with the clearance. That's right, and that's sort of momentum you would want to carry forward in an all-important game, and a lot will be playing on the minds of Jamshedpur FC players. The 4-0 defeat to the same side in the national group stage, and then a hammering that they got in the semi-final, and then conceding early in the first quarter. They'll have to try and up the ante, stay focused, stay laser sharp. There's still a lot of time left in the contest. And again, Saish from the left takes it on the chest, controls it beautifully, has got options. Arriving from the other side, decides to go all by himself. Here's another opportunity, takes it on the right, takes a strike at the target. Still with FC Goa, lays off. Prachit Gaonkar couldn't quite strike clean. And again, this is being some serious pressure mounted on that back line. Still with FC Goa. No, just turned over now by Jamshedpur. Can they try and bring it forward now? Yes, Bhivan Jyoti Laskar takes it on his left. But again, dispossessed. Brilliant defensive work now. That was some action, Suraj.
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. How did that ball stay out? The combination of brilliant defending and goalkeeping. Goodness me, FC Goa have really stepped it up here. And Coach Gurung would have felt that second goal was imminent. And now on the left-hand side, trying to find the pass there. Just about, you can see they're committing bodies into the box here, trying to get that advantage. Bryson Pereira on that occasion, nearly sweeping and finding the bottom corner. Great save there from Mohammad Adnan. Somehow they managed to keep the ball in here. And Jamshedpur Football Club are rocked here, but 1-0 down. They can feel that the game is very much within reach here, but FC Goa making sure that they are knocking on the door and trying to break it down.
They're trying to hang the game by the scruff of his neck, because they know the second goal, if it goes in, they will give Jamshedpur FC's backline a run for their money. Hasn't had the happiest of times against them. Here's FC Goa. A bit of a control after a mayhem that just preceded it. Here's FC Goa again, going sideways in that right channel that has been so good for them. And again, pressing bodies forward. Good size to go with. The shot and goes sideways. Didn't miss the target by much. And again, that relentless pressure mounting on Adnan here, Suraj.
It really needs a bit of support here, which Kaizad will not be happy with what he's seeing here in the early stages. It started off brightly, but FC Goa well and truly on top here. They're looking for the second. They are threatening. That right-hand side, as we've been mentioning already throughout the game here, it's a really viable option for FC Goa, and that is something that Jamshedpur will have to try and stop in terms of service. Need a bit of support here for Ronaldo Singh down the left-hand side. He's often left isolated. Might need Remsen Singh, that left winger, to just drop in a few yards in these stages to make sure that they try and counter that area, because FC Goa are finding spaces. They're finding their passes. You can see the likes of Bryson Pereira and Wellington Fernandez almost invited to go forward. That's a good, powerful header there from Citroy Carvalho.
That's right. And with the kind of start Jamshedpur FC had, we haven't seen enough of attack. And again, nicked away, robbed of the ball, scurrying away with the run. And was looking up for options here. Wants it towards the left. Gets it inside the penalty area. Not allowed to turn there. Has got 3 maroon shirts. Saish once again. And this time cleared away quite comfortably in the end by the back line. And again, that pressure. This is going absolutely top-notch quality by FC Goa here.
Well, they're threatening and making regular entries into the Jamshedpur box here. Defended well then. They've pinched the ball here. And now the charge is on the right-hand side. As Bivan made the run, he's been stopped brilliantly. What a challenge that is. Outstanding again. Sticks his foot and makes sure that the attack was stopped. But here's Jamshedpur down the right-hand side. Here's Amjad Khan. Waits for options. Rides a couple of challenges. Here's Palujam. Picks his head up. That's a beautiful pass down the left-hand side. Here's Remsen Singh now. First time really Jamshedpur threatening in a while. Finding Rishitoy. Keeping it short here. And then goes all the way back to the centre halves here, just making sure that they're not rushing their attacks. FC Goa continue to put the pressure. Samuel Monsang on the right-hand side. Fielded nicely here. Vivan Laskar, he's been bundled off the ball. Quality challenges. Bryson Pereira can come away with the ball here. You need 20 minutes on the clock here. It's going according to plan here for FC Goa.
That's right. Again, trying to take out on the full back. Continues with a run. And again, very good interception by the back line. Brilliant defensive work because that left flank now is pretty much active. We've seen all the attacks, all the threats coming in from the right channel. Sayesh making sure he gets his free right as well. And at the moment, Jamshedpur FC will have to try and get hold of the ball, try and get some possession, play those passes, especially in the final third, make those runs, stretch that back line a little bit. So FC Goa so far, right since the 11th minute mark. Here's Shamik. Has been drafted into the playing 11 for this fixture. Goes back and playing a very high line here. FC Goa, they know what threat they possess going forward. And takes a touch and draws in a couple of vouchers. And again, a long ball forward. Brilliant take. And again, robbed off the ball. In fact, eased off it.
Good challenge there. Very good challenge. Had to make sure that he timed it nicely. Took a tumble in the box and I called it here, Junaid. It looked like a foul first time, really. The ball just went away from him. He just stuck his leg out and made sure that he got a huge chunk of the attacker down the right-hand side here. FC Goa continue to play those channel balls and getting a lot of joy. And now Jamshedpur Football Club very much on the back foot here. And it's a crucial moment halfway through the first half here. There's a set piece for the boys in white to defend here. They've got a left and a right foot option as they pack the box with the big boys from the back with Malik Jan, Citroy and Akar Singh all in the box here, looking to get their head to it. Massive moment in this game here as FC Goa look to add the second. It's a quickly taken one. It's Wellington Fernandez. It's taken a ball deflection and it's gone in. He's asked the question for the offside and he's got that. Huge let off there for Jamshedpur Football Club. And they managed to quickly restart here. They really did switch off in the short free kick there, Junaid.
Well, that's right. And that's a big let off. 2-0 down at the stroke of 22nd minute mark. They would have been it would have been a daunting task for them to make a comeback. Then it was flagged offside much before that. Here's Jamshedpur FC and trying to get themselves organized on the ball. Again, trying to play out from the back. Pressure from Sayesh. Takes it.
Sayesh Gamkar has been outstanding, hasn't he? He has really taken his chance here, Junaid, and he's grabbed it with both hands. He's been electrifying down the left-hand side. He's got a goal to boot, but some of his approach play has been excellent.
That's right, and he's been in the right spaces at the right time. He's made those runs, has complemented the attack. The cross is coming in from the other side of the field as well, and has been rightly rewarded. And when he's got the ball played at him, he's made those runs down the left channel to try and take down the full back. Here's FC Goa. Prachit, who's dropped in deep. Again, pressing high are Jamshedpur FC. Decides to go all the way back towards Lineal Dal Remy. Goes long. Here's FC Goa once again trying to come forward. Spreads it towards Sayesh, who's done well to keep the ball. 1-on-1. Goes and finds his teammate. Pushed back. It takes a shot and again gets the clearance.
Relentless here from FC Goa. They really won that second goal before half time here. On the right hand side is Akash Singh. Ball into the box. Had real whip on it. Never really going to trouble the goalkeeper. Ended up becoming a shot just over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. But it's been all FC Goa here. Jamshedpur Football Club cannot get out here. They're looking to play on the break. They need that midfield to step on the ball and just ease some of the pressure. There's been wave after wave of FC Goa attacks as the ball has been fed forward. Nice control in a very tight area. You can see the number of maroon shirts hounding around the ball, not allowing the midfielders of Jamshedpur to get any sort of rhythm.
That's right. And the likes of B and Jyoti, Hamzat, they have the tendency to get on the ball, and they have dropped in deep to try and create something for themselves. And that just goes to show there hasn't been proper link up between the back line, the midfield, and those playing up the pitch. Here's Hamzat, meanwhile, gets dispossessed quite easily. And again, FC Goa gets the play back in total control.
Very good from Sayesh Gaonkar, helping defensively as well. He's not just finding the width on the left-hand side. He's helping out defensively. It's a good pass between the lines there, but might be intercepted here. Here's Wellington Fernandez breezing through the challenges. It's Wellington on the right-hand side. Big opportunity, but the offside flag again coming to the rescue of Jamshedpur Football Club. That pass from Mohammad Adnan has to be a lot more accurate here, Junaid. You cannot give the ball away, especially to Wellington Fernandez, who's so dangerous, and he's very happy to pull the trigger from distance on that occasion, finding the pass, but just offside.
Well, again, that's a big let off once again, because every time they get the ball, we've got a new story to tell. There's FC Goa, who have been absolutely relentless right throughout the 25 minutes here. We haven't seen enough coming in from Jamshedpur in the repost. They're trying to get hold of the ball, but all the possession has been in their own final third. Again, this one long pressed towards Amjad. Couldn't quite get to the end of it.
It's just been a bit of an isolated figure up top here, Amjad Khan. Waiting for options. They need that link play. They need their skipper, Riyata Chongtu, to stamp his authority, be that link play in the number 10 position. They've been finding it very difficult, but FC Goa, on the other hand, have got the balance spot on in this match so far. Just left it short, but Leonard Remy mops up nicely as just under 20 minutes plus stoppage time remain in this first half, and it's been all FC Goa here. They're very much in pole position to get that third spot, but a one-goal margin in football, never really comfortable. Sayesh going for that lovely 1-2 here, brings it down. He's been electric already here, gets the 1-2 down the left-hand side. Sayesh looking to find Lemon, but it's cleared away. Just comes across, does Karthik Chaudhary. Anywhere will do for Jamshedpur Football Club. Really on the ropes here.
Well, that's right. And at this point in time, they have to make sure they don't throw in the towel. Just try and fire it out. Just hang in there and see off the ball. And try and get hold of it. Get the possession. Get the big boys on it. We've got Changtu, P1 and Namzat playing further forward. We haven't seen enough involvement from them so far in terms of the attacking threat. Here's FC Goa once again. He controls beautifully from the right, gets it a bit more central. Here's Prachit now, takes the shot from the distance. Not quite sure if he was trying to go for the goal there. Well, everything, they would fancy their chances, because we are right on top of the game at this point in time. Second goal for FC Goa. Will definitely have their noses in front.
Jamshedpur Football Club really struggling to progress the ball. That's a good little nutmeg there from midfield area, Sriata, and looking for the switch there, but you can see the number of maroon shirts immediately in possession, almost playing as a back three here and just pushing Shamik forward. Now Shamik right on our screen on the left back. On the left-hand side is the very impressive Sayesh Gaonkar again. He's been absolutely brilliant so far, looking to drive forward. Good challenge there from Seetal Singh. Wellington Fernandez recovers the ball. He's got options outside of the boot pass, easily intercepted. Now Jamshedpur Football Club looking for the quick counter-attack, but again, good positioning from FC Goa, shutting down the attacks immediately, forcing Jamshedpur to go long. Another crunching challenge there, stops another promising attack there.
They've tried to win all the 50-50 opportunities they had. FC Goa leaving nothing to chance, making sure they get the ball swiftly the moment they get dispossessed or they lose the possession. Here's Jamshedpur, meanwhile, again being patient. They haven't had enough chances or haven't tested out Daniel Remy in the first 30 minutes. Can they try and get that equalizer in the first half itself? Again, does well. Bit of a trip there. Gets back on his feet. Switches to his side. So again, looking for options further forward. Again, being closed down, held in his tracks. Direct pass forward, right in the center, gets dispossessed. Here comes Lemmet. Takes it from the distance. Oh my word! That was kept right on target. Adnan keeping them in the game at the moment. That was brilliantly struck from way out. That went flying in faster than a Monday morning. But Mohammad Adnan making sure he parries it over. That was a brilliant strike, Suraj.
Spot on then. It all comes from the high press applied by Lemmet. He just comes firing in. They pinch the ball and he had no hesitation in his mind. Seeing the keeper is off his line and look to just chip him. Gets that on target. Brilliant save here. Jamshedpur Football Club have to try and make sure that they keep this ball out of the back of the net here. Prachit Gaonkar with the corner. FC Goa very much on top here into the 30th minute. Desperate for that second goal as Prachit delivers the ball into the box. Keeper stays. It's a good header. Shamik should be able to recover this. Good pressure on, and FC Goa have just been like hounds there, just going absolutely gung-ho in terms of their press. They have not allowed Jamshedpur Football Club any time on the ball here. Even in that midfield spurt, it looked like Jamshedpur just had that ball in control, and suddenly the forward players biting into the challenges. Coach Gurung will be so pleased with the way his team have gone out there and just expressed themselves and executed the plan to perfection. With 15 minutes plus stoppage time remaining, their back pass should be comfortably gathered here. They've done very well, but again now Jamshedpur, is this an opportunity to go forward? Samuel does very well. He's done very well to ride the challenge down the right-hand side. Trying to take the long route across. Again, it's a 2-on-1 situation. Very good defending. Amjad Khan dropping deep. And that's a side that FC Goa won't mind whatsoever.
And that's what they've done. With the kind of press they've had, Jamshedpur FC have again given away right in the middle of the park. Here's FC Goa with a swift counter, trying to bring it forward. And well held in the end. Well defended. Still in play. And that has been given as a free kick in favor of Jamshedpur FC. And again, there you see, the moment they get dispossessed, they win the ball back, they are off on a flash. They've made those scurrying runs towards left, right and centre and have put a lot of pressure on the defence there.
Hardik Chaudhary getting the rough end of the challenge there from Bryson Pereira. Really went through him to get the ball. Hardik is still on the deck. Not a good sign there for Jamshedpur Football Club. The referee might decide that this is a good time for the water break. And it's a chance for Coach Kaizad to get those instructions to his boys here. They have really struggled in the first 30 minutes. FC Goa very much on top, looking for the second. And they have had opportunities, Junaid, to get the second. We saw that real goal-mouth scramble after they got their first. Very much on top here. Mohammad Adnan, clearly the busier of the two keepers.
Well, that's right. And there's been opportunities galore on just one side of the pitch in the first half-hour mark here. And on the response, we haven't seen enough of attacking threat coming in from Jamshedpur FC. Like you pointed out, Adnan has been the busiest. Lionel Del Remy hasn't been put to scale as yet. There hasn't been one clear-cut opportunity. They looked threatening in the first couple of minutes, and since then, all the threat has died down. It's been all FC Goa.
Well, for Jamshedpur Football Club, the good news is it's still 1-0 here. As we know in football, 1-0, never really comfortable. That's why you can see FC Goa trying to get that second as quickly as possible because of the attacking threat that Jamshedpur Football Club have in their ranks. And this is a really concerning sign as Kartik Chaudhary, still yet to get up on his feet here, might just get up gingerly and test it out here. It's a concerning sign. The last thing that Coach Kaizad will want to make is a forced substitution because of an injury. Really hope that Kartik Chaudhary is okay to continue here.
That's right. It's going to be a massive dent if he has to be taken out. And that is something you won't be prepared for.
It's good to see that he's back on his feet. He'll just test that out. That the water break has been concluded. He's asking the question as to whether or not Bryson Pereira might have just picked up a yellow card for that challenge. It just allows the play to continue here after the water break. 12 minutes of stoppage time remain in the first half here in the third place playoff in the Reliance Foundation Development League 2024-25. The penultimate game, of course, the final at 6 p.m. this evening. All eyes will be on Mohan Bagan Super Giants and Classic Football Academy, team from Manipur, they have been the two standout teams throughout the tournament with extremely impressive semi-final performances, very much rightfully taking their place in the finals. Jamshedpur Football Club and FC Goa look to get that podium finish in third place here. And we're back on the way after that water break. Good to see Karthik Chaudhary back in as Bryson has nicked the ball here in the midfield area. We've seen after the water break, teams just might lose their concentration for a quick second. Quickly trying to get down the right-hand side. Lemon Angwa just making sure that he's not staying just centrally. He's peeling onto the right and the left, making himself a real nuisance for the back line here. FC Goa looking to pinning back Jamshedpur Football Club in their own half. Throw in here will be taken by Akash Singh. Get a touch from Wellington Fernandez. Cross comes into the box, should be easily defended. And now Jamshedpur Football Club can try and launch a counter-attack, but again, FC Goa defensively brilliant into their shape.
Again, trying to play with those long balls forward. Here's Hamzat. Again, there's been a foul against Hamzat. That's going to be a free kick to FC Goa. And again, not allowing any sniff, any opportunity for Jamshedpur FC to try and launch those attacks. They've held on to the ball really nicely. They've held on to the possession in the attacking third. They've tried to test out the goalkeeper as well as the back line. There hasn't been provided with any sort of space to penetrate. They have relied on those shots taken from the distance. Here's Prachit Gaonkar trying to set up. Gets it inside the penalty area. Header! And Hamzat latches onto it. And pretty swift with the release towards Chongtu, who takes it on the chest. There's 2v1 in front of him. Brilliant footwork from Chongtu. Switches the play towards the far left. Here's Jamshedpur trying to bring it forward. They've got options arriving towards the other side, but again, good, well read. Just knocks it all the way back towards Sairam Seetal Singh.
We're defending again. Just under 10 minutes to stoppage time. That's a brilliant pass down the left-hand side here. Jamshedpur Football Club looking to put pressure on FC Goa. Decent ball, just about managing to clear that. Malik Jan happy to just hack that away for a corner. That will give Coach Kaiser a lot more encouragement, seeing his team are finding that space. They just need that moment of quality to try and disrupt the Goa back line there. So Citroy just losing his balance, not getting the clearance, and Malik Jan making sure anywhere will do as a corner here for Jamshedpur Football Club. Can this be a route back into the contest for them? As people seeing Karthik Chaudhary and Bryson Pereira in that previous move just before the water break, picking up the yellow cards. Just confirm that on the screen as the corner will be taken here. It's taken short. Doesn't beat the first man really at take two, as Bryson Pereira should be able to clear this away. Largely feet there, put under real pressure, manages to just boot that forward, and whistle has been sounded out, and FC Goa gets that free kick in their favor to push up the pitch here.
That's right, could have done better with the corner. It's a rarity. The attacks have been far and few for Jamshedpur FC's perspective. Here's Malik Jan trying with a restart. Again, playing those triangles. Here's Shamik. Gets it out of that clutter. Here's FC Goa once again. Some space ahead of him. Confirmation of that yellow card. That challenge on Karthik Chaudhary. Bryson Pereira getting into the ref's books. And again, lofts it forward. Does well to control it. Has got runners. Plays it into those open spaces. Has got options arriving towards the other side. Takes it short towards the target, rather. Not quite sure if the intention was to try and get the cross in. And still with FC Goa. Here's Bryson. And switches back. Here's Prachit. Finds Shamik. And Shamik lost that forward. And again gets dispossessed. Here's Jamshedpur now. Can they try and turn over? No, the whistle goes against. And that's going to be a free kick.
And you can see how far forward Malik Jan was on that occasion. He's looking to put the absolute press there. He's following his attacker all the way past the halfway line, commits the foul. And it's Jamshedpur Football Club with 7 minutes of stoppage time remaining in this first half, trying to find a route back in here. They've not really troubled Lionel Remy as much as they would like to. And have come the closest of conceding the second. So it's a crucial phase in the match here for Jamshedpur Football Club. FC Goa. You can see them still putting in that full effort, which is very much applauded by Coach Gurung.
Here's Jamshedpur. Will we have a repost in the last 6.5 minutes plus stoppages here? Here's still Jamshedpur right in the middle of the park, gets dispossessed. Marching forward inch by inch. Here's Bryson and goes lateral and again opens up towards the far right. Controls it, brings Prachit Gaonkar into play. And again, a brilliant threaded ball. And finds himself into right side of space inside the penalty area. Pulls it back. A shot comes from the distance and goes well over the target. And again, a brilliant move here from FC Goa, Suraj.
Spot on, and no surprises. It's Wellington Fernandez in the heart of everything good that FC Goa does in the middle of the park. Outstanding work there to find that reverse pass to Gogota down the right-hand side. The cutback found Wellington again. He shot well over target here, but it's FC Goa who continue to rack up the efforts. That were not troubling Mohammad Adnan, but Jamshedpur Football Club trying to find a route back into this contest, but it's all FC Goa here. They've been relentless in the attack. They've been outstanding in the press. And defensively, they've been flawless so far.
It's been an astounding performance. Now, from astounding, can we have a stunning response from Jamshedpur FC? They haven't been at their fluent best right throughout the first half. All things can change. And I get another ball pushed towards Sayesh Gaonkar. Sayesh one-on-one. And again, whistled against.
Yep, that's a definite foul there from... Yep, absolute foul there from Samuel Monsang. You can see Sayesh just looking to push that away. Have a bit of skill with the nutmeg, and Samuel decided that that's enough in terms of progress. Concedes the foul. And it's a free kick here for FC Goa. Will be Bryson Pereira on his right foot looking to float this in. See the likes of Citroy and Malik Jan all as good targets into the box here. Crucial 5 minutes with stoppage time here for Jamshedpur Football Club as Bryson floats this into the box. Good header! What a save that is from Mohammad Adnan. Parries that away. Brilliant effort there. Pinpoint cross for Bryson. Tremendous header. An even better save. Great phase of play there, Junaid.
Well, that's right. And it's been the silver lining in the first 40 minutes here. Mohammad Adnan has made a couple of brilliant saves. He has kept them in the game so far. Otherwise, this game would have been dead and buried like it did in the first semi-final. And again, it was passed to find the man making that run towards the far left. Looks like it's Lemit who's gone there. It's going to be a throw-in for FC Goa.
The front three have been very fluid. They've caused all sorts of problems to the back line of Jamshedpur Football Club. So it's very good rotations, very good movement. See the likes of Shamik Vas making his way forward from left back too. So a lot of problems for the back line to solve here. Shamik does very well to lay that forward, crunching challenge as Sayesh has been dispossessed there. You see the back line have really earned their keep. They've been made to work overtime already here, Junaid.
Well, that's right. And there has to have some link up, some support from the midfield as well to try and keep the game moving forward. And again, a misdirected pass from Rohan Singh. We haven't seen that swiftness. We haven't seen that turnovers. And it's not that they haven't tried, but it's the brilliance of SC Goa. Whenever they have got the ball, they found themselves with a lot of space in front. And here they come again. Can they try and bring this one, double up the lead before going into the halftime break? Still FC Goa was looking for options forward, and this time swept away towards the far left. Here's Sayesh, who pulls it back. Here's Bryson, takes it, turns, gets it in the middle towards Prachit, who draws in a challenge, and there's going to be a whistle against Rashitoy Mehti, and out comes a yellow card.
Yeah, crunching challenge there from Rishitoy. Just goes flying in there. You knew that Prachit almost expected the challenge to become. That's why he had to play that pass around the corner as quickly as possible. Another yellow card for Jamshedpur Football Club to contend with. Had to go crunching in there. Prachit, you see that he knows the challenge is coming, gets the touch away, and he has to absorb that. It is a heavy challenge there. Good to see him. Prachit back on his feet quickly though. Free kick opportunity. 2 minutes plus stoppage time remain in this first half. That will be the only criticism that Coach Gurung will have with his boys, that the scoreline isn't bigger than it is. 1-0, still very much in the game are Jamshedpur Football Club. The way that he's positioned here, Prachit, I decide to go for goal here. big moment in this match. It's Prachit Gaonkar, doesn't really clear the wall. Well defended, and now Jamshedpur Football Club can try and launch a counter-attack, but it's immediately shut down. Their real battle here. Lovely turn, he's dropped the shoulder nicely, and now Jamshedpur Football Club on the move down the right-hand side. Shamik is there for company. Amjad Khan waits for options, trying to beat his fullback. He does very well. Cross comes into the box. It should be favourite. Good header there from Akash Singh. He does so well to defend that area there, the right back, and finds a brilliant pass. Outstanding from FC Goa in the defensive phase. And they move forward. A minute remaining of normal time in this first half. The pass, not finding it accurately. There's Sheetal Singh looking for options. Quick scan there from Samuel Monsang. Looking for options here, and that's how quickly Jamshedpur can move the ball there. But number of maroon shirts there, Junaid. How well have they defended?
And they've been absolutely brilliant. They've been top class. They haven't allowed anything for Jamshedpur FC to bring forward. They've been held in their tracks. They've been like a boulder in a river, if I may call so. Nothing has went past them. Here's Bivan Jyoti Leskar was giving it a chase, and still in play for Jamshedpur as they've got bodies committing forward and headed out. Here's FC Goa trying to bring it back to normalcy. Here's Samuel, who stepped up, goes full 360. Still Samuel looks behind and goes all the way back. Here's Rohan, trying to get a bit of a layoff, trying to find Amjad. Here's Amjad getting inside the penalty area. Amjad with a cross. Was trying to go for the cross. Then in fact went through with the shot. And easy as you like for Lionel Remy in the end. Save his houses.
The first half. And for FC Goa, that second goal continues to remain elusive. Tried their very best, but Jamshedpur now slowly starting to get into the game here. That'll be a very interesting second half to see whether or not there will be any of those changes into the stoppage time as Hamik feeds that to Bryson Pereira. Waits for options, feeds it onto the right-hand side. I don't think that will be an accurate pass, and it's a let-off there for Jamshedpur Football Club. Minute remaining of stoppage time here, Junaid. And it's been all FC Goa. Coach Gurung will be very, very pleased, wasn't he? But he will want that second goal as quickly as possible.
Well, that's right. And the only criticism the players will have is why didn't you score a couple more? This game should have been dead and buried in the first half itself, especially when FC Goa were right on top after the first 5 minutes or so. Jamshedpur FC, the kind of shrewd operators, Kaizad and Mihir Savantar, you might expect a repost coming in the second half from them. Here's FC Goa meanwhile, and still got about 30 seconds left. A bit of a heavy touch there. Well defended. Well read that. Shivam Saital Singh, Namzad, finds a white shirt in the skipper. Gets dispossessed. Bivan Jyoti still giving it a chase. Again, well marshalled out by the back line. And gets the game back in check.
Superb defending, absolutely brilliant. Prachit with a brilliant footwork there and picks his head up and finds a pass onto the right hand side. It's inch perfect. And now FC Goa looking for the second. Massive moment here, goes across goal. And he can't find Lemetanga, who had made the run, any sort of pass in his path. And we're looking at the second here. And the referee does blow the halftime whistle. FC Goa very much on top and nearly getting the second just before the halftime whistle. It's been all the boys in maroon here. They have been excellent in this third place playoff. But the scoreline remains 1-0 after Sayesh Gaonkar scored early in the first half.
The score is
Right
1-0
in the corner.
in favor of FC Goa.
It's up to Jamshedpur Football Club to respond in the second half in this third place playoff. Halftime here at the Reliance Corporate Park is Jamshedpur Football Club 0, FC Goa 1. We'll bring you the highlights of the first half in this third place playoff at the Reliance Corporate Park. It was very even early on. You could see that Jamshedpur Football Club getting that shot away, and from there it was all FC Goa. Defensively so good. Citroy and Malik Jan making themselves a real presence to beat, but this was the goal. Brilliant pick out, and Saj Gonkar with the first time finish into the bottom corner. Rewarding finish there, and Coach Gurung getting exactly what he wanted, but the shots kept raining in on goal. Mohammad Adnan so busy. This was right after the goal, a real melee in the box. Excellent defending to make sure that the scoreline remained 1-0, and there was a huge let-off considering the offside there. The threats kept on coming. Mohammad Adnan being really called into action. That was the first yellow card just before the water break, as the chances kept coming in from set pieces to as Pratchett's ball found a perfect one. Good, powerful header on target again. Well saved by Mohammad Adnan. Saish down that left-hand side, really causing all sorts of problems. And that ball nearly finding the perfect header there. Brilliant save by Mohammad Adnan. Not just making the save, but parrying it away from the danger area. You saw that challenge coming flying in. That was the last highlight of the first half here. Half-time here at the Reliance Corporate Park as Jamshedpur Football Club look to find a route back into this contest. We'll bring you the stats, and while the stats will reflect what we've seen in the first half, FC Goa well on top in terms of all the metrics, having more of the ball, shots on target, and the chances created. Corners as Jamshedpur Football Club had just the one with FC Goa with a couple of them, but neither of them taking advantage of those set pieces. Well, massive 45 minutes coming up after the halftime break. It's Jamshedpur Football Club 0, FC Goa 1. Well, we're all but set for the start of the second half here, and there will be substitutions for Jamshedpur Football Club. Coach Kaizad wasting no time really to make those halftime substitutions, knowing that that first half didn't go according to plan. Number 89, Lal Sangzwala, and number 69, Ryan, both being introduced into the fray here. Just confirmed the substitutions very, very shortly, and FC Goa respond with the double substitutions themselves. Number 10 and the number 22 out there in the middle, Malsa and Abavia, both also being introduced into the fray. So double substitution by both coaches before the start of the second half. And now whether or not that'll play a huge part in the game in the second half, we'll wait and see, as a massive 45 minutes come for both teams here to finish off on a high note. FC Goa very much on top in the first half. They look for a separate solution coming off the bench as Jamshedpur Football Club, also with the double substitution. Junaid, both coaches wasting no time here as we're all but set for the start of the second half. Massive 45 minutes for either team to finish in third place in the Reliance Foundation Development League 2024-25 as Jamshedpur Football Club in their all-white kit kick things off from right to left. 45 minutes and huge scope of improvement for them, as that first half never really went according to plan.
That's right, Suraj, and very rightly summarized, because never created enough chances. Jamshedpur FC, most of the possession was in their own defensive third. Haven't seen crosses coming in. We haven't seen the utilization of the flanks, either right or left. No runs from the fullback to try and stretch that back line of FC Goa. And on the flip side, they haven't put a foot wrong here, FC Goa, for the entirety of the first half. It was a brilliant run from right and left. An early challenge goes in there straight towards Lal Sumzwala. Goes down on the ground. Kukocha gets away with it. It's going to be a free kick for Jamshedpur FC early on in the second half. And that is something they'll have to make sure they try and test out the defense of FC Goa. It hasn't been tested yet. They haven't been put to scale in the first half. As many as just 7 shots taken, 7 chances created rather, with 3 landing on target from Jamshedpur FC, and numbers were more than double for FC Goa. Here's an opportunity now for trying something with the ball in their feet at the start of the second half.
Gorosa went flying into the challenge there and then committed the foul. Lucky not to pick up the yellow card as Riata puts the ball into the box. Should be the keeper's favorite. Just a bit of a spill there. Anyway, will do for FC Goa. Jamshedpur looking to try and get the challenge again. Yes, Riata into the box here. Opens up and they can't get this pass accurately. They've come flying out of the blocks here to Ned. Nearly getting the reward.
That's much, much better, because we haven't seen that kind of an attacking threat coming in from them in the first half. And this is a very good start for the second set of 45. You saw some bit of it. Decides to go flush at the target. Is FC Goa meanwhile trying to get on with their attack, and that is something they'll have to try and keep doing, FC Goa, because they've been relentless right throughout. It's all about getting that second goal early on and then let Jamshedpur FC chase the game from there on. And how will they be? They've got a double subs. Ryan C in the back line, and Lal Sumzwala was being drafted in. And on the other side, it's the other two, Malsums Luanga and Laltiang Liana, who've scored goals left, right and centre in the last 3 phases. They have wasted no time, FC Goa. They want to make sure they've got all their attacking options, the best possible ones, on the pitch. And that is something they have got here, Suraj.
Another problem for Jamshedpur Football Club to solve here, as you mentioned there. Malsa and Abavia, both excellent players, really good link players. They're known for their assists and their goal-scoring prowesses. They look to put the pressure on, not allow Jamshedpur to settle whatsoever. Down the right-hand side, Gogocha trying to get that challenge. Good work there from the defender, just comes across. Makes the challenge as Jamshedpur look to play out the back here. Lovely turn there. Beautifully done there from Bivan Laskar. And now driving with the ball. Feeds it onto the left-hand side. Here's Mama on that left-hand side feeds it nicely here. Much better this from Jamshedpur Football Club. Looking for the challenge there. It should be a foul. FC Goa just caught here early stages of the second half. Jamshedpur Football Club will come flying out of the block here. Completely different side to what we saw in the first half. FC Goa on that occasion conceding the foul and another free kick here, Junaid.
And that's right, and they'll have to try and make these count because the chances have been far and few for Jamshedpur FC. Whenever they get an opportunity, looks like a name has been taken down into the ref's books. We'll get the confirmation on that yellow card, but meanwhile, it's going to be the skipper, Chuang Tu, behind this one once again. Can he try and deliver? Can he try and create that moment of magic that his side desperately needs at the moment to try and claw their way back into the contest? It hasn't been the happiest of the day so far, the happiest of the Monday mornings for Jamshedpur FC. Not in terms of the number of goals they've conceded, but definitely in the way they have played so far. It's been a very top-notch side right throughout. The consistency they have shown in terms of the goal scoring, the attacking threat they possess, it's been second to none. And Konsam Akash Singh getting into the ref's books for that challenge. Right, here's Chong Tu looking up for options. And Chong Tu targets the near post and strong hands there from the keeper. And pouches onto one and lays down on the ground, consumes a few seconds. That was kept nicely on the target, Suraj.
Brilliant play there down the right-hand side of the way and looking to get there first. Now you can see they've really started the second half well. 5 minutes into the second half, it's been all Jamshedpur Football Club. Oh, really making a mess at the back here. And they went forward. Gogocha lays it off. Massive moment. What a save that is. Mohammad Anan on the follow-up. Gogocha again. Oh, brilliant. Outstanding flight challenge there to keep the ball away from the net here. And for all the early pressure that Jamshedpur Football Club comes, they nearly concede. But a real mess at the back. FC Goa hounding them down and creating a chance. Brilliant block there.
That was absolutely top-notch once again. They have managed to somehow keep themselves in the contest. They could have so easily been on any other day 2 or 3 goals down. But it's still that slender lead Jamshedpur FC hold up against FC Goa so far. Here's Jamshedpur again trying to bring it forward through the middle of the park. Ryan plays a lovely ball towards the far right. Has got options arriving in the center. Gets across in a chance. Oh, that's gone just wide. That had opened up nicely for the man making that run inside the penalty area. He should have found the target at least, or had made the goalkeeper work. Among of them all, it's Bevan Jyoti Laskar who made that dash inside the penalty area. It was a lovely cross towards the man making that run. Decides to go with the header. Could have done slightly better on that occasion, Suraj. What do you reckon?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant move there from, and it fell to the right person from a Jamshedpur point of view. It went to Bevan Laskar, who decided to go for the stooping header. It's a huge let-off there for FC Goa, and that's exactly what Coach Gurung would have warned them against in the second half, courtesy of that slender lead in the first half. Jamshedpur Football Club have been brilliant in the start of the second, and Coach Kaizad must be wondering where that was in the first 45. They've come out firing here, nearly scoring the equalizer. Could have gone with his left foot, decided to go with the stooping header. And Lionel Remy was happy to see the ball just go past his post here. And now we have a game on here. Jamshedpur Football Club have truly woken up from their slumber as they look to try and put the pressure on. Here's Bryson Pereira in the middle of the park, picks his head up and puts a brilliant pass down the right-hand side. Here's Gogocha. Does very well to keep the ball in. Now looking to thread across into the box. Brilliant delivery there, but doesn't have enough, as Mohammad Adnan will pouch that and look for a quick release here.
That's right. It's fire versus fire. Two sides not giving up. Come out all guns blazing with the start of the second half. Jamshedpur FC. And again, swift 1-2. Lal Samzwala trying to go sideways. Ryan FC again trying to pick out a pass towards the right. He's done well on a couple of occasions. And again, Jamshedpur FC trying to make that run inside the final third. Gets it inside the penalty area. Takes a shot at the target, but straight at Lionel Remy once again. Right flank, just like it did in the first half for FC Goa, has opened up for Jamshedpur FC here, Suraj.
It's a complete switch in the game here, and the momentum has very much flipped. It's been very good, and this is exactly what we expected from Jamshedpur Football Club. Don't expect them to go down lying down. They will fight till the very end here, and FC Goa will know what's at stake. That's a nice pass, chested down, good composure, taking a tumble. Ugocha feeds that onto the midfield area as Bryson has been immediately surrounded by the number of white shirts here. They've pinched it in a very interesting area here. Here's Abaviha on his left foot. Abaviha well blocked. Can he get the second pass there? Malsa has been dispossessed. Jamshedpur Football Club looking to keep that ball away from their goal and try and launch an attack again down the right-hand side. There's Amjad Khan trying to find Bivan Laskar. What a pass that was. They perfectly weighted right onto his centre forward. Another big switch out to the left-hand side. Leonard Remy should be favourite. Heading into the 10 minutes mark into the second half here, Junaid. It's been a complete switch.
That's right. It's they've taken the template out of FC Goa and have to try and get their execution in the second half. Jamshedpur FC. They want to make sure they continue doing that until they get that first goal, get the game back into parity. It's been so far so good for them. It's all about getting that repost, getting that response at the nearest possible time. And FC Goa, we want to make sure they double up the lead swiftly. On the hindsight, if they go on to, they'll be rather thinking they should have buried a couple in the first half itself. Here they come once again through Gogocha, and the back line is very alert in the second half.
Trying to push them back here. FC Goa looking to just shake off the cobwebs in the second half. Not been their most fluent start in the opening 10 minutes of the second half. They've been pushed back, and full credit to Jamshedpur Football Club coming out of the blocks, firing here, looking for the equalizer. Had a brilliant chance from Bivan Laskar with the stooping header going just past the post. Bivia has been put under pressure. Substitute immediately in the thick of things. That should be out for a goal kick. And from FC Goa's point of view, that double substitution, freshening up the midfield area with Abavia and Malsa, number 10. We'll see where he picks up his positions. The very, very clever link player. Being picked up nicely there from Bryson. Leaves it on. Here's Wellington Fernandez. Gets there first. Waits for options. Good work here from Jamshedpur Football Club defensively. Forcing them back. Keeps it nicely down the left-hand side here. Very patient this from FC Goa. Waiting for options. Can he get that chance manufactured? Here's Wellington again. He's been dispossessed, but courtesy of a foul. And it's a free kick here. That'll take some of the pressure off FC Goa early on as they get their first free kick of the second half.
That's right, and it's definitely at a very good angle to try and set things up for some of the big boys who will make that move into the final third. And it's going to be another defensive work for Jamshedpur FC's backline. Mohammad Adnan will have to make sure he gets things right. They've fumbled on a couple of occasions, and luckily it hasn't gone against them. That score line is still very much manageable by Jamshedpur FC. It's a slender lead that FC Goa still has. And from their perspective, the second one should have to come as soon as they possibly can. Right, who's going to be the main architect of this one? Looks up, set up inside the final third. It was a flick on, still with FC Goa. Turns, takes the strike. Oh, goes well over the target. It had some space to work with there, Suraj. That's another big let off.
Has to score there. He has to score. It fell so kindly. He manufactures the room. And then once he gets the shot away, expecting the net to bulge. Instead, it remains 1-0 there. How many chances are FC Goa going to squander here? They need that second. Still 1-0 here, keeping Jamshedpur in the game. Is fed onto the left-hand side. Here's Abavia, waiting for runners. And he's found it very nicely here. Looks for the cutback. Lovely feed. Good defending there. Seetal Singh just comes across. Cuts that away, but FC Goa and now pinning Jamshedpur in their own half here. Pressure on the team in white. Lovely feed there from Wellington Fernandez. Opportunity to put the cross in. Being very, very patient. Looking for their right moments. Just waiting for their options. Just keeping their composure here. Malik Dunn finding Shamik. Slip pass onto the left-hand side. Should be easily mopped up. And in the hands of Mohammad Adnan there. Brilliant opportunity there, Junaid, for FC Goa for the second.
That's right, and opportunities have come thick and fast in both the halves, should I call it. FC Goa should be doing better on that occasion. Meanwhile, here's Jamshedpur FC from defense to attack. Can they try and bring it forward? Here's Amjad one-on-one with Shamik in that corner. Shamik trying his best to pin him down there. Force him to go back. Here's Jamshedpur trying to switch the flanks. There was a man coming in from behind. And still have the possession. Ryan finally gets dispossessed. Here's Bryson. Has got runners towards his right. Can he try and pick out a pass? Bryson with Liat and Liana. And plays it towards his left. Have got three options waiting. Gets the cross in again. Deflected behind for a corner. It's been end-to-end action here at the Reliance Corporate Park. It's been some start to the second half, Suraj.
Absolutely. Now FC Goa finally woken up from their slumber in the second half. Now looking the more threatening of the two teams. Jamshedpur Football Club have been pegged back here, just been pinned in their own half. You saw Ryan having no time in the middle of the park here to settle himself. The ball was pinched, and then you see how quickly FC Goa were looking to counter here. And now with the corner, it will be up to Jamshedpur to try and defend the situation. Massive moment as the ball delivered into the box. Keeper should be favourite, but he decides to stay at home. Well defended. Anywhere will do. Should be another goal kick on that occasion as the last touch comes off the FC Goa player. Jamshedpur Football Club just about managed to defend that situation.
It's been a much better second half, much improved performance from Jamshedpur, especially the way they have attacked. Defense has been right up there. They've had a couple of fumbles in the back. Prachit has gone out. Malsam Luanga, the confirmation of that sub, which did happen a short while back. And Sayesh Gamkar had given his way to Laltung Liana. Was a confirmation of the sub that happened with the start of the second half. Here's Jamshedpur. Raisen again was eased off the ball, gets dispossessed once again. The option was to try and get Gagocha into the action straight away. And again, he'll have to try and express his physical attribute here in the middle of the park, Suraj, because he's been robbed of the ball on a couple of occasions in the last 10 minutes or so.
Absolutely no time in the midfield area there to pick his head up. He has to try and pop that first time. You see how FC Goa have been relentless in their pressure and feed the ball forward. Here's Seetal Singh. Hits it on to the right-hand side. There's Samuel Monsang looking to involve himself with the build-up. That's a nice pass there, but easily defended there by Malik Jan. Safety first from the centre half. Boots that out of play for a throw-in here. And now whether or not FC Goa might just retreat into the shell and play a bit of a mid-block here, trying to just get that away or still look to press the forward players. Like you mentioned there, Junaid, been freshened up. Saish will feel a bit hard done by being substituted in the start of the second half. He got his goal and he's done his job getting his team in the noses in front in the third place playoff here. On the left-hand side, it's a very good pass. Here's Bivan Laskar. It's Bivan Laskar brings the save straight at Lionel Remy there. Either side of the goal, we're probably looking at the equalizer here. Jamshedpur Football Club are really threatening now. They're getting closer and closer to FC Goa's goal. Still 1-0 here. Both teams have created chances in the second half. It remains the same as Sayesh Gaonkar still remains the difference maker between the two teams. Here's Akash. Picked up a yellow card early in that second half. Has to walk that tightrope. He's caught on the ball there, dawdling. And now Jamshedpur Football Club looking for that quick movement there. Lovely first touch, passing beautifully played there. It's Bivan Laskar. He's through on goal here, looking to get that away. And Lionel Remy and Malik Jan doing just enough defensively as the keeper clears.
Well, he read that beautifully there, the goalkeeper, Lionel Remy. Otherwise, Bivan Jyoti Laskar, with the kind of quality he possessed in front of the goal, he would have milked that moment. It fell nicely to him. It was a lovely deft flick coming in from the middle of the park. And again, trying to pick out a pass towards the far right. It's a decent first touch by Amjad. He's looked up, has got an option waiting inside the penalty area. Still Amjad, outnumbered. Gets it behind. And still Jamshedpur. Here's Ryan, takes it on his right. Decides to go back. Hold is the call from the touchline. Finds a man making that move towards the far right. Has got plenty of options. Decides to fly through towards the far post. And that's a wasted opportunity there, Suraj. All the hard work done gets multiplied by 0 once again for Jamshedpur FC.
Well, that is really a wasted opportunity. You could see the reaction from the Jamshedpur players in the box. They needed any sort of quality in terms of the box. They really committed bodies into the box. And the cross absolutely evaded everyone there. Another let-off there for FC Goa as Akash Singh has hit the deck here. Might be trouble for him as he's on the deck, and this time, the stretcher is out here, and that is not a good sign whatsoever. For FC Goa might be forced to make a substitution here. Akash Singh has been brilliant throughout this tournament, would have liked to finish off. He will be carried off now. Whether or not will be okay to continue, it doesn't look like it, and Coach Israel Gurung might be forced here to a substitution for his right back. Very sad scenes here, and not the way that Akash Singh would have liked the tournament to end. He's been one of the stalwarts in the back line. But he'll be carried off, and it looks like his morning comes to an end, and his tournament comes to an end in the last 30 minutes. A real sad sign for Akash Singh.
That's right, and definitely not the happiest of pictures to see a player being taken out on the stretcher. He's been rock solid in that backline of FC Goa. Still, the game hangs in favor of the girls here. So that strike coming in the first half by Sayesh Gaonkar. Jamshedpur FC have come close in the second half a couple of times, but haven't been able to provide the finishing touches to all their moves they've made in the final third. Here's Jamshedpur once again, trying to reshape in the back and bring it forward. Here's Lalsang Luana. Again, pushes it wide towards the left to find Reliance. Takes a decent first touch. Toe boxing. Oh, goes wide of the target again. He's going down on the ground. And swiftly back on his feet. That was again a brilliant movement and a glorious opportunity. He's being cautioned. Looks like he's cautioned for a dive there, Suraj.
Yep. Good spot there from the referee. As soon as he took the touch, it looked like he just wanted to go around him. Let's have a look here. Takes a heavy touch. And you can see he's already on his way on the ground here. You can see quickly waved off from the centre half. That's a brilliant call there from the referee, Vishal. Eagle-eyed. Knew that he could have been spotted for a penalty. As soon as you see those strikers hit the deck, huge let-off there. Gogocha has been fouled. And after Akash Singh has been withdrawn, we see Sean Fernandez will be introduced into the fray shortly as the right back. There was a chance again for Jamshedpur Football Club. They're finding spaces out wide, and they're finding their targets in the box with real regularity now. The game is completely flipped as we're into the final 25 minutes in the third place playoff here at the Reliance Corporate Park. Still 1-0 the scoreline. Still Saish remains the difference maker, but we have seen plenty of opportunities in the second half. Scoreline remains the same though.
That's right, and they have come closer to scoring that first goal, getting this game back on level terms. Confirmation of that yellow card to Bhivan Jyoti Laskar for that dive inside the penalty area. He's trying to pick out a pass again towards the far right. Has got a run being made towards the right channel. Has got a couple of options arriving from the other side as well. And again, the cross lacking the quality. They've done well to keep the ball in play. And pushes it behind. And trying a lovely bit of a give and go there. Here's Bhivan Jyoti. Lets it roll through it. Shot taken from outside the box. And again, more of a hope than expectation rather. And they have come close inch by inch, bit by bit. It's all about that finishing, that final touch that's lacking in Jamshedpur FC's play here, Suraj.
Yeah, ran on that occasion, just leaning back, not getting the shot on target. And good movement in and around the box here for Jamshedpur Football Club. That first goal remains elusive for them. Trying their very best. And Remy would have had his heart in his mouth as soon as he saw Bhivan Laskar hit the deck. It was a very good call there from the referee Vishal. Ensure that he's well on top of the play here. Jamshedpur Football Club down the left-hand side here, just opening up here. Then Remy decides to just stay, and then look to chip there. Goodness me. It's a massive let-off there for FC Goa. Space opened up on the left-hand side. Mama just peeling off on that left. And then once he got there, he was just looking to just curl that in. Opens up his body. Doesn't open up too much there. Massive let-off there for FC Goa. Chances keep coming for Jamshedpur Football Club. Coach Kaizad will be much more pleased here as Lemit looks to run down the right-hand side. Well defended there by Kartik Chaudhary. Last touch comes off the defender, and it will be a throw-in for FC Goa. They've been well and truly matched in the second half here. Complete turnaround from that first half where it was all FC Goa. Instead, in the second half, you can see Jamshedpur Football Club trying their very best.
The roles have been reversed completely with the start of the second half. The way Jamshedpur FC have come back, trying to hound that back line every now and then. They get an opportunity. Again, a lovely touch. Keeps the ball down. Outside of his right foot. Plays the man in. Can he try and finish it off? B1 Jyoti takes it on the right. Goes for the right. Squares it up towards the man arriving from the other side. Amzat. And a very timely interception there. Just get the little interference required and puts it out for a throw-in. And again, from defense to attack in a blink of an eye there for Jamshedpur FC. And these boys have come out with all guns blazing, not being allowed to turn there. And lays it off. Scooped inside the penalty area and straight into the hands of Leola Raimi. Again, that left flank opened up nicely for Jamshedpur FC, Suraj.
Yep, spot on there. No, very good interception from the left back. Shami Kwas comes across and made that interception. He was very narrow on that occasion and looking for FC Goa that he got his positioning spot on there. Looks to pick the pass, well intercepted. Heading into the final 20 minutes here, Jamshedpur Football Club have been truly in the game now of that first half where really didn't get going, getting a lot more space. FC Goa just being pegged back here, not getting the fluency in the middle of the park here. Likes of Malsa and Abavia have been able to get on the ball and dictate from the midfield area. Lovely play on the left-hand side. Ryan has been heavily involved in the midfield area. He's done very well to keep his feet down the right-hand side. Lovely play there. Good interception there from Malik Jan. Reads it like a book and it's a clever turn, but doesn't get away from him. Last touch might have come off the Jamshedpur player.
70 minutes have been ticked off. Just 20 more to go, plus the stoppages. This game could go either ways. And FC Goa at the moment, through Sayesh Gaonkar's goal in the first half, lead this game. It's a slender lead of 1 goal. Jamshedpur FC have shown signs of brilliance with the start of the second half. And they haven't died down yet. They keep coming forward. And every now and then an opportunity is presented to them. Not on the same wavelength on that occasion. He couldn't quite keep the ball in play. And here's the man there, Israel Gurung. Very animated, trying to get his toss across to the pitch. They've made a couple of changes with the start of the second half. Has been forced to make a change in the back line. Sean has come on as a replacement for Akash. Here's a Kukocha. Finds Wellington. Sets it behind. And again, trying to build out from the back there. That has been their favorite route of operation. And gets it towards the center. And shifts it across nicely towards the left. Was outnumbered there, 2v1 in that corner. Still Goa has the ball. Here they come marching once again forward and held in their tracks. Swept out for another throw-in.
Excellent challenge down the right-hand side, stopping the move as soon as possible as the ball has been floated into the box. Good header there, has to get that spot on Ronaldo Singh. He's managed to keep the ball here, Lemet. Looks to lay it off, well intercepted, and now Jamshedpur can lead the counter-attack, but the very professional foul there from Lemet. He'll be avoiding the yellow card because of the area in which the foul was committed. As Jamshedpur quickly on the move here. He's got a lot of space opening up on the right-hand side here. Riyata has made the run. He's going in and out and trying to get on the outside. Last touch doesn't get that accurately, and another attack that FC Goa repelling successfully. Malik Jan and Citroy outstanding in the middle of the defense. In the heart, they've been very much front foot. They've given very little away. They've pinched the ball again in a very dangerous area here. Jamshedpur looking to flick the ball over. Vivan was eyes lit up but couldn't get on it, and Lionel Remy looks to run down the clock a bit more here.
It's been absolutely top-notch stuff from both these sides. Despite the fact that they haven't scored so far, Jamshedpur FC. And all the minutes they've played in the second half, they have looked the team. They've looked right throughout the competition and scored goals for fun at times. We've seen the likes of Biban Laskar Jyoti, Amzad, Lal Samzwala getting on the ball, getting those scores. Can they try and make that difference once again? Here's FC Goa through the middle of the park. And strong presence there. Has been forced to go behind. He's looking for the right possible option. Belts it down the left. Has got option towards the far left. It's a simple pass inside the penalty area, and again goes well and truly wide. Not the kind of quality he would have liked there. Straight at Mohammad Adnan. He's had a very good day despite conceding early on in the first half. Has kept his side well and truly in the game up until this point.
some brilliant saves in the first half. It really was tested as FC Goa were truly on top. And they've pinched the ball again. Good defending. Citra Carvalho just comes across and makes the challenge, but they've lost the ball in the middle of the park here. Jamshedpur Football Club looking for options. Deciding to go back to go forward. Kartik Chaudhary with the switch. It's a beautiful ball down the right-hand side. Can he get there first? Shamik again, his positioning spot on from the left back. He's having quite the game defensively there, Shamik was. He's been keeping a close eye on his forwards. We're heading into the water break for the second half. Really humid conditions here at the Reliance Corporate Park. These players have put in so much of an effort in terms of the press and the pressure. These conditions are not easy, and that's why the water break is so crucial. As we're heading into the final quarter here in the third place playoff, both coaches having one final word with their boys as to how they can try and influence the game in the final 15.
There you have it, Kazad having a word with the boys, and on the other side is Mihir Savant having a word with Mohammad Adnan. He's done well under the chaperonage of Mihir Savant, who's been the runner-up of the inaugural Futsal Championship, has been associated with East Bengal in ISL 6, has played with and against Kazad. Their friendship go all the way back to the mid of 2012, have played together in Pune. And these two can be shrewd operators. I'm pretty sure there'll be some wise words being thrown at all the players for the final quarter left in this campaign for them.
Both teams will want to finish off on a high note here. FC Goa nearly there. As we know in football, a one-goal lead is never really comfortable. It's never over. All it takes is a moment of brilliance, a moment of magic, or a moment of madness. So very, very fine margins here in the third place playoff in the Reliance Foundation Development League. It's been brilliant, this tournament, really. Quality of football, the competition increasing year on year as we're into the fourth season, as we look to close out yet another successful season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. From the regionals all the way to the national championships, we've seen some quality games, teams putting in their absolute all, looking to break into their first teams of their respective clubs. This is just a perfect platform, really. And what an initiative it's turned out to be. And this is a tournament that every team now and every football fan has on their calendar marked out in their media diet here, as FC Goa look to once again just slow down the pace here. Every second will just be ticking over for them. On the left-hand side, they move, looking for the options, not sticking the pass. The Jamshedpur Football Club looking to get a move on here as time ticks away for them. They need that one opportunity, that one moment to open up FC Goa. Easier said than done, considering how well they have defended. Just like that, Gogota helping out defensively.
There's Lionel Darrell trying to pick out a pass. Again gets dispossessed. Here's FC Goa, who finds a man, Lemet. Still Lemet. One-on-one towards the right. Here's Bryson. Takes a touch, lets it fly, and goes well over once again. Wellington Fernandez with that strike. Had a lot of time and space. Takes the first touch and sends it in over the target, over the keeper. Here's Jamshedpur FC meanwhile on the other side, trying to bring it forward. Here's Ryan, who finds a cross towards the other side, and again the ball escapes everyone. B1 keeps the ball in play, looks up, has been forced to go behind, and FC Goa comes up with the ball. It's been defense to attack, and again in a heartbeat for both these sides. Can they try and score one more is the question that they will be asking FC Goa. One goal here will take this game far and far away from Jamshedpur FC's reach. Jamshedpur were desperate to get this game back to parity. Here's FC Goa once again with an option towards the left. Picks out the pass. Can he try and get that cross right? One-on-one with Samuel. And pushes it back. And still FC Goa. Here's Laltingliana. Wellington shifts it for Gogocha. Limit. Plays it for Gogocha. Gets to the end of it. Gets the cross in. And the ball was behind for a goal kick.
Another promising attack there for FC Goa. No surprises that Wellington Fernandez, who had the effort a few moments ago, just leaning back, not getting that on target with power. Of course, he scored that third goal in the previous meeting before these two teams, and it was an absolute firecracker on his left foot. Jamshedpur Football Club know all too much about Wellington Fernandez in the midfield area. He's really been affecting, and you can see the players just taking a beat here in the humid conditions, really draining them down here. I know it's just a final push remaining here. They look to try and extend this game to another 30 minutes. For FC Goa, that second goal still not falling for them. Chances just drying up in the second half, just now getting into the game as we're heading into the final 10 minutes here. Seetal Singh finding his right back Samuel as the referee. Again, very eagle-eyed there, seeing that the ball was not in a stationary position. They're looking to get a quick move on here, Jamshedpur Football Club. They want to try and throw as many weapons as possible at the FC Goa goal. Seetal Singh picks his head up and beats that ball. Lovely interception there from Wellington Fernandez. It's been all action there, the number 14. Well defended, clears that away down the left-hand side. Now looking for options. Again, going back to go forward here, FC Goa. Know that they have to keep the ball, try and get Jamshedpur Football Club to chase shadows as much as possible. Looking for that second goal here. There's Kitrai Carvalho finding Gogocha. Now playing as a right back here. Feeds it brilliantly there, but not on the same wavelength as Bryson Pereira. As we're heading into the final 10 minutes, Ed.
Well, that's right. And from FC Goa's perspective, it's all about game management for them. They can go on and score the second goal. And it's going to be well and truly game over for Jamshedpur FC. And it's all about keeping the possession and try and hit them on the counter. Here's FC Goa. Meanwhile, here's Bryson. A lot of space ahead of him. Acres of space. And picks out a pass towards the far right. Here's Lemit. Lets it roll through down the line for Bryson to go and fetch it. Back with Lemit. And that goes behind. Not quite sure who's got the final touch there.
Just be a goal kick there. As you can see how much is helping out in a defensive situation there. The last touch. Seems like will be a corner here. Last touch coming off the defender and will be Abavia, number 22, the second half substitution. We'll be looking for the corner kick here. They have options to play shots to second half substitutes. Looking to combine here. Left foot of Malsa, right foot of Abavia. Both options. Might be the left-footed floater here into the box here as Malsa delivers the ball into the box. Stays there. Oh, he gets his head on it there, Malik Jan. But not enough to get that on target. Jamshedpur Football Club get away with that one. Brilliant cross into the box there as Malik Jan's header just goes wide.
That's right. Here's Jamshedpur FC now with another of their attacks. They've looked good in the second half. And it's all about that quality that has been lacked right throughout the first set of 45. Can they try and get better at it with just 8 minutes and a thick bit left in the contest? Just 8 minutes for them to try and get themselves back in the contest. It's all for a podium finish in this all-important RFDL 2024-25 season. And two teams who have lost out a couple of days back in the semi-finals up against each other. They met once in the national group stage where Jamshedpur FC went down to FC Goa by 4-0. Again, a bit of frustration, was flustered there as the whistle was blown by the ref.
The frustration there. They have to keep their heads. They have to keep their collective heads to make sure that the teams are there to push till the very end. There's a lot of time still left in football. 8 minutes goes a long way, plus stoppages and injuries that we have seen here. But FC Goa have been very, very professional in their approach here. They've rode their luck on a couple of occasions. They feel that they've done just enough in terms of sealing the third position in Reliance Foundation Development League. Here's Abavia in the midfield area, finding Wellington Fernandez, trying to be as influential as possible. Beautiful interchanging on the left-hand side. Here's Shamik Vas, excellent in this match in terms of his positioning and his interceptions. And now FC Goa down the left-hand side. Malsa looking to thread it to the eye of the needle. Well defended. Still come again here, FC Goa, looking to finish this half strong. Nice shot, crisp passing here. Clever between the lines. Good defending, strong way. They look to clear their lines. Oh, they've given the ball away in a dangerous situation there. Anywhere will do for Jamshedpur Football Club. Just get that away. trying to push their team up the pitch here. FC Goa being very professional, very methodical in their movement here. Lovely one-touch pass around the corner here. Find Sean Fernandez. He just burst forward. Well defended.
They've defended a bit narrow in the second half. Jamshedpur FC, whether on the flanks or right through the centre, they've been ably helped out by the midfield as well. They've dropped deep to try and be that extra bit of cushion, not allow those runs coming in. They're taken to cleaners in the first half in terms of how many attacking threats or attacking moves FC Goa was making through that back line. Here's FC Goa once again through Limit. Goes sideways. Here's Limit once again. Has been forced to go back and find Wellington. Wellington for Lalthing Liana. Takes a couple of steps. There's a direct pass towards wide on the left, one-on-one. Gets it away from the first. Try to get the cut back. And again, Jamshedpur FC come out with the ball. Gets dispossessed. Wellington with the strike. And Wellington puts it well over.
Well, he's had opportunities, Wellington Fernandez, this time on his left foot. Really does strike the ball so well and true. On target, though, gotten his shooting boots by the legs of it, but he's such a threat in and around the box. Jamshedpur doing very well on that occasion defensively to prevent the goal and the cutback. Chance falling to Wellington, which was well over. Heading into the final five here, really into the business end of this third place playoff. Jamshedpur Football Club, who started off their campaign in such a manner that just looked like they would be favourites to go all the way, really have just petered out towards the end, courtesy of FC Goa. A brilliant switch out to the right-hand side. Excellent defending. No surprises again there. Shamik Was, brilliant positioning, excellent defending.
That was absolutely brilliant. He hasn't allowed anything from that side of the pitch. It's been absolutely top-notch quality. Even in the last game, when he came off the bench, and here getting a starting in the playing 11. Let's put in a proper shift. Shamik Was is Jamshedpur again, still on the ball, and playing higher up on the pitch. They know they have to get the goal. Time is well and truly running out for the boys in white. Here's Jamshedpur again, trying to pick out a pass towards the left. Wasn't allowed the run there. Ronaldo stepped up on the pitch.
Been a lot more forward in the second half here. Ronaldo Singh, that left back. He's gotten forward but hasn't got the delivery that he was looking for. FC Goa looking to run down the clock again. Good play here. Wellington has been dispossessed. Good work there in the midfield area there from Palujam. Here's Mama looking for the through pass there, nearly getting there. Clever idea, but doesn't have the execution on it. And Leonard Remy rather takes his time and once again runs down the clock here. This will be frustrating for Jamshedpur Football Club here.
That's right, and wasn't tested at all in the first set of 45, but in the second half has been a busier man. And goes airborne this time, knocked out towards the right side by that back line. Is Jamshedpur. Can they try and bring it forward? We've got 3 minutes remaining. And takes a decent first touch, but again held in their tracks. Here's Limit. And trying to find a pass in the middle of the park. Here's Bryson. A lot of space ahead. We've got 3-4. A reverse pass to find the man just at the edge of the box. A shot from the edge of the box. Still, the danger hasn't died down yet. FC Goa still in their tracks well and truly. But this time, takes a deflection and goes behind for a corner. That was a brilliant move once again from the Gauge here, Suraj.
Brilliant there. Again, just making their moves with very accurate passing as another substitution. Akash, the number 20 midfielder coming on here, did very well there, Jamshedpur, in terms of thwarting that challenge. But they have a corner to defend here as Akash gets about 2.5 minutes plus stoppage time. Number 20 go out there and try and close this game out. Coach Israel Gurung can feel that third place trophy well and truly within their grasp now. They've done just enough in terms of keeping Jamshedpur Football Club away from their goal and have an opportunity to get the second here. The Rocha's shot was blocked. There's a corner kick to defend here for Jamshedpur Football Club as we head into the last 2 minutes plus stoppage time here. Massive moment in this match as FC Goa look to double their lead here. Cross comes in, good corner, keeper comes and he punches that away. Good goalkeeping there from Mohammad Adnan. And now Jamshedpur Football Club looking for a quick counter-attack here. Lovely pass here. Picks his head up on the left-hand side. FC Goa have got plenty of bodies back. On the left-hand side, looking to twist and tease the full-back. Very well defended. Can they get back into the defensive positions quickly here? Rishitoy leaves it beautifully. Lovely fake. It's Rishitoy. Brilliant defending. Malik Jan just comes across and makes it difficult. Excellent work again. Down that midfield area here, they're just dropping the shoulder and beats a couple of players. You can see Lionel Remy again just taking his time. Now, whether or not he was minimally hurt or is this a bit of gamesmanship, we'll see Riyata just having a word with him. It's a yellow card here for Lionel Remy, maybe for time wasting, or Vishal has taken a no-nonsense approach there. He booked, of course, in that. Now we saw Bhivan Laskar for that dive. He's been well on top of the game here as we enter the final minute here as FC Goa closer and closer they are to the finish line and finishing third in the National Championship of the Reliance Foundation Development League.
That's right, and a bit of a theatrics there from the goalkeeper. No nonsense approach by the referee. Again, deciding to go with a long ball. And it's all about game management from here on for FC Goa. And there you see, it's 3v1, trying to pin him down. Hasn't made the kind of impact you would have expected from Mama Lalsunzwala. Just knocks it out, belts it, and takes the deflection. And Mallikarjun Kaligar gets to the end of it first. And how many minutes will be added on? Can they try and hang on to this one goal lead that they got in the first half through Sayesh Kaunkar's strike in the early parts of the first set of 45? And it's going to be a free kick for Jamshedpur FC, and they will push bodies forward as Palujam Rohan Singh will fancy his opportunity behind the ball. Into the extra time already, into these stoppages. Can he try and get the setup right and targets the back post? 4 minutes have been added on. Is FC Goa trying to steal the ball away from Jamshedpur FC, and still with the red miners lofted inside the penalty area. Gets to the end of it first, goes down on the ground, gets the touch to it, but there wasn't any challenge coming from behind. Goes behind for a goal kick here.
Another attack that FC Goa defend very well there. The ball just fell kindly, just couldn't get that first touch out of his foot to manufacture a shot there. And Remy has no more warnings in terms of time wasting. He has to get a swift move on, and he does exactly that with a quick take there. 3 minutes remain here for FC Goa to hold on. 3 minutes remain for Jamshedpur FC to prolong this third place playoff into extra time here. Time really is running out here. They're trying to push back FC Goa into the final phase here. You might just see another substitution just before full time here. Both teams looking for solutions, looking for ways to keep their options open. Now substitute quickly into the fray here on the left-hand side. Like to go down the line. It's good work there. Clip that towards the far stick. Can he keep the ball in play? Acrobatics there, but the defending just about enough there. Bajam coming on for the final 2.5 here. Time really running out here, but they're throwing absolutely everything that they have here. Last touch coming off the FC Goa player. Will be a throw-in. Looking to throw everything at them here. Throw the absolute kitchen sink at FC Goa's goal.
That's right, and it's a much improved performance. But they definitely needed that halftime talk to come out of their tracks in the second half. It was all FC Goa with the first set of 45. In the second, they gave it absolutely everything. Left no stone unturned. Jamshedpur FC could have got that goal, but when it's not your day, it's just not your day. And still got about 90 seconds left. Sachin Singh has come on in place of Amzad. Lofts in and sent out in the direction where it came from. Still with Jamshedpur. Floats it towards the left side. Takes the touch, goes one shot. And again, not getting the direction right on that occasion. That would have been an absolute cracker of a goal had that ball flown in. It was Karchik Chaudhary with that strike, Suraj.
And the centre half nearly comes up trumps with a massive goal right at the end there. Brilliant take on the chest and then hits that on the half volley there. Just away, and as we head into the final minute, FC Goa nearly there at the finish line. Jamshedpur Football Club might have felt that they left it far too late here. Here's Akash, second half substitute towards the end, looking to run down the clock here. The instruction surely is to keep the ball here as Amzad exits the fray for Jamshedpur Football Club. 30 seconds remain for FC Goa to just hold the ball here. This is exactly where they want the ball, just in their own half. Keep the ball and they win the match here. On the right hand side, looking to keep the options, looking to move Jamshedpur Football Club from side to side here. This will really frustrate the boys in white. They're not able to get a touch. They want the ball at the other end here. They've done just about enough there. And that might just be that we have maybe time for one final attack. As well, just keeps the ball. Good sliding challenge. Evades the press here. It's finishing 4 minutes of stoppage time here. It's now or never for Jamshedpur Football Club. They have to pump this ball forward. That's a brilliant take down the right-hand side now. Waiting for options. Looking to squeeze that forward. Excellent defending. Referee has had a look at his watch. And down the left-hand side they go. He's still having another chance for an attack here. Samik, brilliant again. His positioning, his defending. And that left-hand side has been absolutely brilliant. And FC Goa just might have finished the job here. Jamshedpur Football Club looking to put the pressure, looking to get the game going as much as possible. Can they fashion one more opportunity right at the end here? They'll try their very best, but FC Goa have done just about enough, haven't they, in terms of closing out this game. We're well past the 4 minutes of stoppage time here in this third place playoff. Can they get the touch? And the referee does blow the full-time whistle, and it is FC Goa who find themselves on the podium in the third place. And Jamshedpur Football Club fail in the final hurdle in their attempts in the third place playoff. A very spirited performance from coach Kaizad Ambar Pardiwala and his players, as Jamshedpur Football Club will have to contend with fourth spot. And it is FC Goa, and coach Israel Guru will be mighty pleased with not just winning the match, but also
At the
winning
end
it
of
with a clean
regulation
sheet.
time, FC Goa have
Outstanding
emerged
defending
victorious
performance
and finished
from
third
FC
in the
Goa as they
Reliance
finished
Foundation
third.
Development League Season 4.
It's full time here at the Reliance Corporate Park. Is Jamshedpur Football Club nil, FC Goa 1, and it's FC Goa who finished in third. Outstanding campaign from both teams really to get this far. There could have been only one winner in this match, and it is FC Goa have done just about enough after an outstanding first half display where they could have been well and truly out of clear. But this game went all the way down to the very end. Jamshedpur Football Club will be a bit cross with themselves, leaving that first half completely in the hands of the opponent, but very much improved in the second half with chances galore, but not able to find the back of the net. It's full time here at the Reliance Corporate Park. Commiserations to Jamshedpur Football Club. Congratulations to FC Goa. Is Jamshedpur Football Club nil, FC Goa 1.
दिसते का मग चालू आहे हा दाखव
स्क्रीन काढ हे काढ ना
नको नको ए लवड्या काय केलंस
आता याच्यात बघ
बंद झालं
याच्यात बघ
नको झालं स्क्रीन बंद कर
होतंय का तुम्ही
लॉक केलं
हे इथं कर ना डील हे काय
हे थांब ना. हा बघू बोलून तरी बघू.
गोवाल्यांना
बोल तुमचा गोवा देतो तुम्हाला. त्यांना बोल तुमचा गोवा देतो तुम्हाला आम्हाला जास्त द्यायची. गेले रे बस. कल्ला लिमिट ना बैल लिमिट कल्ला लिमिट काय नाही.
And we're all set for the player of the match presentation. And we have a very special guest here, the Chief Refereeing Officer of the All India Football Federation, Mr. Trevor Kettle. What an absolute privilege it is to see him out there in the middle, awarding the Player of the Match award here. Special presence from a special man here who's got the control of the referees. He has given them brilliant instructions. He's laid down the law, he's set the standard. And he's out there in the middle with the Player of the Match trophy in his hand to present the award to the FC Goa player who will come up shortly. Just wait for the announcement. And it looks like it will be the number 9, Lemit Tangwa. There he is, drafted into the starting lineup today. And he picks up the Player of the Match award in the third place playoff here. Outstanding, as we would like to thank once again Mr. Trevor Kettle, the Chief Refereeing Officer of the All India Football Federation. Thank you very much, Mr. Kettle, and congratulations to Lemit Tangwa, the Player of the Match of the third place playoff here in the Reliance Foundation Development League. As we wrap up yet another game, the penultimate game, well and truly into the books, as we have one last game remaining in the Reliance Foundation Development League, and that's the grand final between Mohan Bagan Super Giants and Classic Football Academy. While it's full time here, is Jamshedpur Football Club 0, FC Goa 1. Well, we're bringing the highlights of a very spirited second half here from Jamshedpur Football Club, who would have really been upset with the way that they played in that first, but they created chances. They created plenty in that second half, enough chances, but FC Goa defensively so solid. On the left-hand side, we saw that opportunity, just the delivery lacking on most of those occasions. Balls kept flying in, but Lionel Remy made sure the sheet remained clean. This was the most clear-cut opportunity, and it fell to the right man in Biman Laskar, but he couldn't get his stooping header on target. Chances kept being full, and FC Goa right there could have sealed the game with the second, just over the crossbar. Still threatened with those set pieces and corner opportunity, as Biman Laskar had big opportunities, really. He had 3 of them when he was through on goal. Just lost his balance and just threw himself to the ground, where the referee Vishal eagle-eyed to spot the dive and picking up the yellow card for the centre forward. Chances again from the edge of the box is not something that FC Goa would have minded whatsoever, as this one, another opportunity, that time by Mama, looking to just scoop that in as the keeper was off his lines. FC Goa kept defending resolutely, left everything on the line there as Wellington Fernandez had a few pops from distance with his right and his left foot. Malik Jan's header just going away from him as Ronaldo Singh got a lot further forward in that second half, but he couldn't really get the joy there. FC Goa doing just enough there as they looked to try and get the second, but that second goal really did remain elusive for them. Adnan did so well in that first half to keep the game at 1-0, give his team a fighting chance to try and find a route back into the contest. All the set pieces were very well dealt with. Good defending throughout the back line for FC Goa. And that was something that coach Israel Gurung would have been very pleased. And that chance right at the end falling to Karthik Chaudhary, who brought it down well but couldn't find the target. As we look at the stats here, completely changing in the second half, a lot more of an even game with ball possession and shots on target identical, with plenty of chances created by both teams. Tackles came flying in left, right and centers. The referee had to bring out his yellow card on a lot of those occasions. But the most important scoreline right on the top there as Jamshedpur Football Club falling short there in the podiums, but it's FC Goa who finish in third. Full time here at the Reliance Corporate Park. Jamshedpur Football Club 0, FC Goa 1.